Good morning. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Chicago, in person and at home. My name is Max Burgess. I use he, him pronouns. I'm on the Worship and Programming Committee here at church, and I'm honored to welcome you to worship this morning along with our worship team. Juliana Cepeda and Andrew Baldwin, Liz Tolbert, our storyteller, and Adam Odell leading the music. First Unitarian Church has been a home for progressive religion in Chicago and beyond since 1836. The church sits on the western shore of Lake Michigan, south of the Chicago River. We honor the indigenous peoples for whom these are unceded ancestral homelands, as well as the diverse and vibrant indigenous American communities who make their home here today. We are a Unitarian Universalist congregation, a community of children, youth, and adults, a people of many beliefs and traditions, bound not by the specific list of things we believe, but the values we share and the mission to grow our souls and heal the world. Whether you just stepped into this church for the first time or the 1000th time, you are welcome here. Whether you believe in God all of the time, some of the time, or none of the time, you are welcome here. Whether you have a PhD, a GED, or no degree, you are welcome here. No matter your race, or who you love, or how much money you do or don't have, you are welcome here. If you are a visitor, we're excited to have you with us. Please let us know that you are here by filling out a visitor card and dropping it in the offering plate. If anyone has a joy or sorrow that you would like to have read aloud, please fill out a card and give it to one of the ushers as they collect the offering. If you have a joy or sorrow you would like the Care and Support Committee to know about privately, you may put cards in the sanctuary box at the back anytime. Please join us after the service in Chris Moore Parlor, up the stairs to your left, for refreshments and good conversation. Also, after the service, we'll have our faithful defiance of authoritarianism at 1 p.m., 53rd Street at Nichols Park. And this Wednesday at 6:30, please join us for Singing Circle in Hull Chapel. We also have a few other exciting events coming up. Join the Humanist Group's meeting on August 24th, that's tomorrow, at 7 p.m. on Zoom for a conversation with Professor Anthony Pinn of Rice University regarding his book, The End of God Talk, an African-American Humanist Theology, and Black humanism's relationship to contemporary theology and philosophy, including Unitarian Universalism. If you are interested in joining that meeting, please talk with either Hank Enriquez or Samantha Evans to get meeting details. This Saturday is the Midwest Immigration Bond Fund Benefit Show. On August 29th, here at First Unitarian, enjoy performances from Chicago bands Unsolicited Feedback, Cowboy Jane, and Arch Visceral Parlor. Connect with local mutual aid organizations and raise funds for families struggling towards freedom and security. This night of music, community, and solidarity will support the Midwest Immigration Bond Fund, which pays immigration bonds that free individuals from ICE custody and gathers community to advocate for the abolition of immigration detention and surveillance. Doors open at 6 p.m. Recommended entry is $10 at the door, but it is worth mentioning that no one will be turned away over entry price. Please check the order of service for all other announcements and information. Now, please join me in reading our covenant as we light our chalice. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
All right, so this is the moment in the service where I would typically start playing the prelude. However, this week I did not prepare a prelude. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for some help from my friends from Second City, Andrew Baldwin and Juliana Zepeda. And what we are going to do for this improv-themed service today is we are going to improvise our prelude for you. So we're going to get a suggestion from all of you, and we are going to make up a song on the spot based on your suggestion. The suggestion we need from you, we just need a suggestion of what is a minor inconvenience you might experience at church. Emphasis on a minor inconvenience. Parking. Okay, you're having a hard time finding parking outside the church. So this is a song about how hard it is to find parking out here.
Time's a-ticking, I'm already running late. I had so much to do, too much to do on my plate. And now the church is so dang far. I wish I had walked, oh why did I drive my freaking car?
Running late to church, I'm running late to church. Yes, it's got me in a lurch. Running late to church. Running late to church. Running late to church. Got me in a lurch. Running late to church. I promised my mom when I came back from college I'd find her a beautiful parking spot with all my fancy knowledge. But oh look, I overslept. We're gonna be running late. And my mom's so mad cause I'm probably gonna ditch her for a date. Cause I'm running late to church. Running late to church. It's got me in a lurch. Running late to church. I'm running late to church. Running late to church. Running late to church. Running late to church. Got me in a lurch. We're running late to church.
Let me now just say welcome to all of you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Adam Odell. I am the director of music here at the First Unitarian Church of Chicago. I am also a music director at the Second City, a famous comedy theater here in Chicago where I know Andrew and Juliana. This service today is called the Improviser's Guide to Church Building. I first had the idea for this service back when Liz Kreslin, our former DLRE and ministerial intern, asked me to help lead an improv night for one of our monthly game nights that we have on Wednesday evenings, the second Wednesday of the month. And after we had led this, we had talked about there's a lot of things that you need to be able to do in improv, qualities that you need to have that are also really important for building a good, healthy church community. And so that's why I wanted to do this improv-themed service to kind of show what those different qualities are. So the first quality that you need to have...
Adam, stop.
Andrew, what's up?
Give it up for Adam Odell, everybody.
Thanks, Andrew, what's up?
Now, you might be aware, he's recently been bestowed the title of doctor, which means he could probably be doing a better job, a more interesting job.
That's fair,
So,
that's fair.
So he's going to continue the call to worship, but he's going to be distracted by something. Maybe he's preoccupied with the next couple of hymns coming up. Maybe there's something in the back of the sanctuary that's just perplexing him. What is something that is distracting Dr. Adam Odell? Someone's phone is going off, thank you.
Okay, yeah, so the first quality that you need to have as a good improviser and as a good church community builder is you really need to be present in the moment. You need to listen deeply to other people, because if you're letting yourself get... I'll wait. So one of the things is if you find yourself getting distracted, or if you... I'm so sorry. Can you put that on vibrate, please? It's just really John, please, can you just turn it off? Because here's the thing. When you find yourself getting distracted, when you're not really paying attention to the moment, you might be distant, or you might be angry or upset. And suddenly, when you start talking to people and you have like this very frustrated tone in your voice, suddenly it feels less like you're trying to collaborate with them and more like you're trying to lecture them. And nobody really wants to be lectured like that. You know what I mean? And so what you have to do is you have to be really present and understand where the person is coming from. That's where you build these connections. And so that is the first quality that you really need to have, both as an improviser and as a church community builder. Now, the second quality that you need to have in order to be a good church builder. And
Adam, you're doing an amazing job. Wasn't that great?
Thank you, Julian.
Yes, yeah. But I do think we could even improve upon that. And maybe you could do this lecture as someone other than yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have like a celebrity or a famous person that Adam should be? Yeah. Taylor Swift. All right, Adam, Taylor Swift. Good luck with that.
You have to be yourself, but you have to be adaptable. You can't just pretend that you're someone else. That's not acceptable. So if you are a white guy from the Midwest and you decide to pretend you're a billionaire pop star, that's not as good as speaking from the heart. But you also have to know that you can grow. You can be the best version of you. You can grow into the best version of you. All right, so that's the second quality. Now the third and the most important quality.
Listen.
Okay, what is it now?
We all appreciated Adam's version.
A couple people here got it, yeah.
But I want to see you finish this off in a different style. So what is your favorite film or literary genre? Like noir or romance or rom-com. Different from romance.
Different from romance. It is a rom-com. Hi. I just this is crazy, but I've really been thinking about it, and over the past few minutes, we've talked about a lot of different things. We've talked about being a good listener, and I know I can be a better listener, and I know that I can be more authentic to who I am, and I know that I can grow, but I'm realizing what's more important than anything is that we trust each other. Because I've grown a lot with you, and we've developed these relationships, and when you develop a relationship with somebody, be it just the cutest girl next door or 100 people who live on the south side of Chicago, I just wanted to say that I really think we have something here, that we can really build on something, but it's gotta be, we have to trust each other. And I know sometimes I have things that I have to do in order to build that trust, and you'll have things to do to build that trust as well. And we're not gonna know what it's gonna be like in this crazy world to put that all together, but I know that we can, so what do you say? Thank you. Our service will now continue.
Please rise in body or spirit for our regularly scheduled service. Hymn number 360 in the gray hymnals. Here we have gathered.
May all who speak
this time, I would like to invite any young children or anyone who considers themselves young at heart up to the front for story time. Thank you. Hi, guys. You're welcome to have a seat. I'll have a seat with you in a moment. Just gonna give Bella a second. It's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and explain the rules because I don't have a story I'm reading today. I actually need you all's help. And actually, audience, I need you to pay attention because we'll be needing you all's help as well. All right, so the title of our story today is actually called A Conducted Story. We'll be conducting a story together. All right, so we have our two actor friends to help us here. So we have Andrew again and Juliana. I'm gonna explain the rules really fast and we're gonna get it going. So, to start the story, I need a title. So, Bella, can you tell me the name of a friend who's not here today? 1 second. Yes, anyone you like. All right, Olive. And then Jean, can you tell me your favorite animal? A tiger. All right, so the title of our story today, and for the first time at First U, we're gonna present Olive and the Tiger. All right, so how the story is going to work is, we're gonna start off the story. Andrew and Juliana is gonna help us here, and then I need you all to pay attention because when I point to you, it's gonna be your turn to jump in. You can say whatever you want, all right? But the key is to pay attention because we never know who I'm gonna run to next. All righty? Ready
If
to
you
start?
want to participate, would you like to join the line with us?
Yes? It's okay to stand up here. Alrighty. So, once upon a time, Olive and the tiger.
We're traipsing through the jungle. Olive had never been there before, so the tiger was really showing.
Off her stripes. See, Tiger, no name needed, was so proud of her stripes.
Actually, almost put them all off.
Yeah, that's right. She was proud of them, so she wanted to share with Olive. So she almost took all of her stripes off.
And said, won't you please have some of my stripes? I notice you're not terribly striped. And in the forest, that's embarrassing.
So she said no.
Yeah, Olive didn't want to have stripes. She wanted to have something of her own, like spots or something else.
Please let me have a stripe.
Said Olive, and Olive was like, okay, I guess I will have stripes. And so, the tiger shared her stripes with Olive, and they were so excited.
Andrew?
And then the tiger, now being stripeless, kind of admired her new orange look.
But she still felt like something was missing.
Juliana?
Olive needed something else to blend into the forest, whether it was a bow made out of vines or a dress made out of leaves.
Or Andrew?
And that's when the tiger decided, I'm gonna get into commercial acting.
Or? Bella? Well, the acting went great. But then when we got on stage here, the tiger decided that they had stage fright. So that was awkward. To heal stage fright, Juliana, what do we do?
So, this is actually chapter 13. They've been really battling stage fright, and they've been performing in front of parrots and in front of different things that live in the animal kingdom, like snakes.
Or?
Turkeys. There are so many.
Or?
And also, the friends of the turkeys were also the ducks in the forest and the jungles.
And?
Red butt monkeys.
Or?
Big whales, small whales, killer whales, pacifist whales.
Purple butt monkeys.
And rainbow butt monkeys. But they couldn't find anyone that appreciated their talents. So they decided the forest wasn't for them. They were going to move on to greener pastures. Like,
Oh, they're going to Riverview, the old-time Riverview.
yes, behind Riverview. It was the most famous thing in the world.
It was the talk of the jungle. Oh, Tiger and Olive, you're going to the Riverview? We all know that.
And so they went to the Riverview to see what they could see. And they went on and they saw the most beautiful architecture they've ever seen. And they were like, oh my gosh, if only I could.
If only there were any other colored butt monkeys here. And then brick-colored butt monkeys came and they appreciated their talents.
And the black butt monkey said your music is horrible.
That's right, there were critics even at the Riverview. But they decided to believe in themselves.
And they said, I went to school for acting, not music. And they said, that's totally okay.
And so, with the belief they had in themselves, they moved to the even bigger Riverview, a view of the Hudson River in New York City.
And met Taylor Swift.
And then they lived happily ever after.
Great job. Great job.
All right, thank you.
All right. So, as you know, up next is Hand of Friendship. But none of you are immune from the difference of today's service. So it's not just going to be you standing up and having whichever conversations you want. What you're going to do, you are going to find someone in the audience, preferably who you have never met before. If you can't find somebody you haven't met before, at least find somebody where you don't know what they do for work, or if they're retired, what they spend most of their time doing. And what we're going to do is we're going to play a game called Kitty Cat Careers. Now, the way that Kitty Cat Careers works is you are going to look at each other. Can one of you demonstrate with me? What you're going to do is you're going to find each other, and you're going to go, hi, I'm Adam. Hi. And then what you're going to do is you're going to sing this song. The song is required, and it goes like this. Meow, 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 meow. Kitty Cat Careers. Kitty Cat Careers. And then you are going to demonstrate what you do for work or what you do as your primary hobby if you're retired, or you can always say what you did for work before you retired, but you can only demonstrate it via meows. So for example, you all know what I do for work, so I would do this. Kitty Cat Careers. Kitty Cat Careers. Meow, 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 meow,
Kitty
meow,
cat, government worker.
No,
Kitty cat.
No, I'm doing, they know what my job is. You're going to do what your job is already. You're not going to get a suggestion. And you're going to you demonstrate what your job is. So it would be like, for my job, it'd be like, meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. 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 And then you'll sing the song again, and then your scene partner will then do their kitty cat career. Does that make sense? No, all right, so you're gonna sing the song. It sounds like the Meow Mix jingle, and you're gonna say, kitty cat careers. Kitty cat careers. And then you're going to try and act out what you did for work or do for work. And you can do bodily actions or you can meow.
Adam.
Yes.
Can people guess what you're doing?
Yes. Your partner should try and guess what you did for work based on what you were acting.
That is what I was trying to do.
Oh.
Was to show I was guessing.
Aha.
Dr. Adam Adele, everybody.
Thank you very much. So, Hand of Friendship begins. Try and find somebody new and feel free to be a little goofy. That's the goal. All right, Hand of Friendship.
I don't know what you're doing all the yes. I know what you're doing. Wait, I don't know what Max does. Okay. Yeah,
You want to meow first?
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 Yes, I love it. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I haven't even gotten to what I'm raising money for. Okay, that's too hard. Okay.
Great fundraising.
Fundraising, very good. You got it. See? But now, what it's for?
Yeah,
What is
I
it
need
for?
some more
Oh,
meows. Water conservation, ocean lake restoration.
Start wrapping up your games. Make sure everyone's had a chance to go, and then when you have done your game, find your way back to your seats. Go for it.
We now take up our weekly offering. Your generosity supports the important ministries of this church. Each month, we choose a community partner with whom we share our collection, 50-50. This month, our partner is Austin Scholars Awards Program. The Austin Scholars Awards Program is dedicated to empowering college-bound students from the Austin neighborhood by providing financial support, mentorship, and encouragement as they embark on their higher education journey. Working collaboratively with high school counselors and college coaches, they aim to identify students who are committed to achieving a college degree and would benefit from our program's resources. Their mission is to inspire students to stay in school, believe in their potential, and embrace the transformative opportunities a college education offers. Through their support, they strive to foster academic success and personal growth into the critical sophomore year of college. Thank you for your generosity toward our shared ministry in this church and in the world. Our offering will now be gratefully received.
And for our offering, we're going to do some more improv for you today. This is a game called ABC Musical, and so I need a letter of the alphabet that isn't A. L. I heard L. And so what we're going to do is we are going to build a musical for you, starting with the letter L, and we're going to make our way all the way back around the alphabet and end on L again. And this musical, seeing as we're doing it for the offertory, is going to be a musical about something that your pledge money pays for, whether it is some sort of external ministry or it's a program that we have here that you really like. So what's something that we can sing about? It could be a program. It could be what's up? Community meals. Okay, great. And so this is a ABC musical starting on the letter L about community meals. We get together, we have free food. So here we go.
Lucky me, it's community meal day.
Meatloaf again, that's kind of your staple.
No other recipes do I own. Sorry.
Obviously.
Please let me know if you taste the coriander I added, not in the recipe.
Quite subtle, your seasoning.
Right, that's what I was going for.
Subtlety is kind of your specialty.
True.
Unbelievable how hard you work at these meals.
Very hard, I work all week.
Wonder if you want to try anything with flavor.
Xylophones don't have any flavor, but you play them anyway.
You always have to bring up my hobbies at mealtime, and it gives me indigestion. I really hate when you do that.
Zoinks, if I had known that, I wouldn't have brought it up.
Apples in the macaroni. Why do you keep doing that?
Because I thought you would like something new, something different.
Clearly you don't know me.
Does anything have to be okay for you to try any of my foods today?
Eventually, I just thought you would learn how to cook properly.
For sure, that would be the easier path.
Gee, I'm so sorry I went off of the handle. You tried your best.
How about to make it up to me? You have a bite of my apple macaroni.
I don't think I'll do that. I don't think I'll do that.
Just try it, please, it would make my day.
Kids that eat anything would throw that away.
Listen, you just need to try it this one.
Listen, I don't need to try it this one.
Try it this one.
Try it this one. I died.
Our reading this morning is a set of excerpts from Improvisation for the Theater. Sorry. I'll use just the lectern, Micah. Sorry about that. Our reading for reflection this morning is excerpts from Improvisation for the Theater, a handbook of teaching and directing techniques by Viola Spolin. Through spontaneity, we are reformed into ourselves. It creates an explosion that for the moment frees us from handed down frames of reference, memory choked with old facts and information and undigested theories and techniques of other people's findings. Spontaneity is the moment of personal freedom when we are faced with reality and see it, explore it, and act accordingly. In this reality, the bits and pieces of ourselves function as an organic whole. It is the time of discovery, of experiencing, of creative expression.
A healthy group relationship demands a number of individuals working interdependently to complete a given project with full individual participation and personal contribution. If one person dominates, the other members have little growth or pleasure in the activity. A true group relationship does not exist. We must see that each student is participating freely at every moment. The challenge to the teacher or leader is to advise each student in the group while respecting each other's immediate capacity for participation. Though the gifted student will always seem to have more to give, yet if a student is participating to the limit of his or her powers and using abilities to the fullest extent, he or she must be respected, no matter how minute the contribution. The student cannot always do what the teacher hopes, but as progress is made, capacities will enlarge. Work with students where they are, not where you think they should be.
Everyone can act. Everyone can improvise. Anyone who wishes to can play in the theater and learn to become stage-worthy. We learn through experience and experiencing, and no one teaches anyone anything. This is as true for the infant moving from kicking and crawling to walking as it is for the scientist with his equations. If the environment permits it, anyone can learn whatever he chooses to learn. And if the individual permits it, the environment will teach him everything it has to teach. Talent or lack of talent has very little to do with it.
Please rise in body or spirit for our centering song. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Thank you, you may be seated. So, how we feeling? Good. Having fun, being spontaneous, getting a little bit out of our heads and into our bodies and having some fun? Great. I would like to start this sermon with a quote by Soren Kierkegaard. There's a quote by Soren Kierkegaard on church which, despite it being by a 19th century theologian, Trinitarian theologian, for other 19th century Trinitarians, I have found it very useful in this modern UU setting. He says, worship isn't God's show. God is the audience. God's watching. The congregation, they are actors in this drama. Worship is their show. And the minister is just reminding the people of their forgotten lines. After learning about this quote, I found several sermon transcriptions and religious blog posts about it, and I got so frustrated by every author focusing their discussions around the nature of God in this quote, when God is present, taking issue with the supposition that God needs an invitation, or with God's supposed passiveness as an audience. To me, regardless of your theological beliefs, I feel like that misses the point, because the subject of the quote isn't God, it's the congregation. So often we treat church like theater. We treat it as something we simply receive. We walk in, we perhaps skim our order of service like it's a playbill. We quietly observe as the preacher gives their sermon or the song leader sings the hymn as a solo. We meet our friends for post-show refreshments, and we catch up to talk about what we saw, and we walk out until next weekend's show. And yes, perhaps we appreciate worship the same way that we might appreciate the transformational power of theater, and we look at that time between the welcome and the recessional as a story that's being created by the worship leaders, which changes us in some small way on the inside like a good play might. But this quote from Kierkegaard tells us it's a level deeper than seeing a nice performance of Les Mis. The point of the service isn't to entertain or to impress you, it is to challenge you to grow each week. All of us are the show. We are the characters. Our growth and change are the driving story of this place. And we have a choice, like Jean Valjean, to undergo great transformation, or like Inspector Javert, be frustratingly stuck in our old ways. I will say the part of the Kierkegaard quote that I somewhat pedantically disagree with is the one where I, or a minister, or really anyone who is standing in this pulpit, is here to remind you of your lines. We don't have lines. The UU tradition affirms that there are many paths to truth, and you don't grow and change by adhering to a fixed script. If anything, we have one line. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. But beyond that, we're improvising. Now, I won't fault Kierkegaard for being born a full century before Viola Spolin, Paul Sills, or Del Close, but I will adapt his quote for our own purposes. Our purpose, of course, being to be the best 100-plus member improv troupe on the south side of Chicago. And I am your improv coach, who you've hired to help achieve that goal. Make sense? Now, for starters, you've already done a lot of things right. You have a consistent meeting time, 10 a.m. on Sundays. That's really great. You got a good group of people with lots of different perspectives, but they're not so different that you can't form like a cohesive vision for the group. And then while I wasn't here for this, I did hear you had a conversation about whether you'd be called First Unitarian Church or First Unitarian Society. And every good improv group needs to have a good spirited debate over what the team name is going to be. So from there, let's talk about a few fundamentals. The first and most important rule of improv is yes and. Without yes and, you'll never have a successful church. I mean, improv team. Now, there are two parts to yes and. There's the yes, and there's the and. The yes is about accepting your fellow scene partner's contributions to the scenes. It's a simple enough concept, but it can be hard in practice, at least at first. You know, maybe you're doing a scene with two happy characters, and then suddenly a character comes in who's angry or upset. Or maybe you're doing a scene between two astronauts who don't believe in aliens, and then an alien walks in. Or, I don't know, you're playing a character who criticizes religious ritual as a vehicle of rigid, uncritical conformity, and somebody else enters the scene who celebrates the importance of ritual behavior and human emotional self-regulation and group cohesion. You know, all of these equally likely scene scenarios, of course. The yes can be difficult in church building, I mean improv, because we often walk into scenes or settings with an idea of how we want it to go. The yes is a recognition that your scene partner's contributions are just as important as your contributions, even if it means ceding a little bit of control in hopes of fostering a co-creative idea that feels bigger than the sum of its parts. And that's where the and comes in. Because while it's important to honor the contributions of your scene partner, it's also important to build on those ideas, defining our collective creation by adding your contributions to the mix. Yes is the affirmation, and is the contribution. And is different from or also. It isn't yes and when you're simply letting your scene partner do their idea while you're over here doing your idea parallel to them. And isn't truly yes and unless everyone in the scene is contributing and everyone in the scene is affirming one another. So to master the yes and principle, you need to have a few important qualities. The first quality is respect. And respect is key because if you're going to affirm and build on the contributions of others, those contributions can't be harmful to others taking part in the show. In improv spaces, we have a few obvious ones. No racism, no sexism, homophobia, transphobia, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, ageism, ableism, classism. The list goes on. Don't make hurtful comments about people's bodies or how they express themselves. But in addition to those good blanket rules, we also have something in improv spaces called considerations. These are individual boundaries that improvisers set in order to make sure that their participation in church, I mean, in an improv show, is a safe and positive experience. For example, some people like to be touched, others don't. Some people can be reasonably invited into doing a physically demanding scene, and others cannot. Some people might be triggered by certain actions or topics, and trust me, you do not want to be the guy in the improv show who ignores or mocks someone's triggers. And importantly, respect doesn't mean outright avoiding conflict. Every scene needs a conflict in order to inspire growth and change, but if respect and care are not centered in your approach to conflict, it will very quickly ruin the scene. And respect often means reframing the conflict from person versus person to people versus situation. So how do we make sure that we're showing respect in our scenes? Well, that's where our second quality comes in. And the second quality of good improvisers is listening. You can't yes and a scene without listening throughout. You can't affirm or build upon things that you don't know about. Good scenes establish the who, the what, and the where early on, and that who, and that what, and that where ideally grows and changes over the course of a longer scene. So if the scene that you've been doing has been going on for a while, maybe a minute or for 2 minutes or since 1836, you probably have something that you can build on. While every scene needs a good shakeup now and then, those shakeups can really hurt the scene when they're done in place of meaningful listening. If you just come in to throw things off because you weren't listening ahead of time, it's important to build on those things. It can really hold a scene back if we're constantly having to reestablish who we are and what we're doing and the mechanics of how we do it. There are other characters in the scene, old and new, experienced and novel, and there are other things that we've built upon. And those things can work really well, and they can be really fun and really beautiful when you notice them. And that brings us to our third quality, flexibility. When you're co-creating something with your scene partners in real time, inevitably something will happen that deviates from what you had in mind. This could be an interpersonal difference, everyone sort of brings a different energy to the scene, or it could be an unexpected condition or limitation, like the size and technical specifications of the stage, the amount of prep time that you have for something, or how long your set is. Flexibility is about knowing how to adapt to those differences, those conditions, those limitations. Sometimes those situations are impossible to change and they require your flexibility. Other times your unique contributions can remove a limitation or even turn that limitation into a positive constraint. And importantly, your contribution to the scene may eventually look different than what you had in mind to contribute at first. You have more capacities than you may realize, but you won't find them without the fourth quality, bravery. Improv can be scary. You have to go into a scene not knowing exactly how it will go. Most improv teams will choose a particular form around which to build one of the limitless possibilities of where a scene might go, but sometimes even the form will have to adapt in real time to what is happening on stage. Beyond that, participating in this improv team that you have right here requires you to stretch the limits of your capacities and what you think they are. Sometimes the scene calls for a cook, or a singer, or an office clerk, or just someone who can move stuff. And you don't have to play every character that may possibly exist. In fact, you shouldn't. But it's important to not meet those moments by saying, like, I only play banker characters, I only play a teacher, or I only play a university administrator, or I'll only play characters on this stage that lead philosophy discussions. Or I'm retired, I don't do scene work anymore. This isn't to say that the characters that you're most comfortable playing don't have value. They absolutely do. But if this improv troupe gathered here on this Sunday morning is going to do as many shows as it dreams of doing, shows that reach outside of these walls and reach people who need the healing power of improvisational comedy, then every actor in this room has to recognize the full breadth of their capabilities, ones that both elevate and humble us. Sometimes when you do a scene, you'll be the one with the crowd-pleasing character, getting all the punchlines, or maybe it's just nice that you'll be playing a character that you're comfortable playing. But other times, you'll be in a supportive role, or playing a character you haven't played before. I know one time I played George Washington crossing the Potomac in one scene and a bag of expired lettuce in the very next scene. You can do the same thing. Well, I don't know, maybe not the exact same thing, but if you're brave, you can do a lot more than you realize. And that bravery that is required becomes a lot easier with our fifth quality, trust. What we do requires shared vision. It requires big decision to create payoff toward that vision. It requires discovering our own capacities, recognizing the capacities of others, and using all of those capacities in real time to realize visions that are bigger and more meaningful than ones that you could accomplish by performing solo. Those things become a lot easier when you can trust your scene partners, and your scene partners can trust you. It's hard to take a swing on a big choice when you don't know if your fellow scene partners will step up and build on that choice. It can be scary to try out a new character when you don't know if your scene partners will affirm that character choice. A lack of trust in an improv team can lead to some players stuck on stage trying to make a disconnected scene work, some fighting with a scene partner on the creative direction, and others standing silently on the sides of the stage as if they were just another member of the audience. So, in the interest of trust, I'd like to come clean to you all. I'm not Adam Odell, the improv coach. I'm Adam Odell, the director of music at First Unitarian Church of Chicago. And this whole sermon has actually been an extended metaphor for church culture. I know. You see, in the UU tradition, we have a number of wonderful traits that often distinguish us from other faith traditions. We don't want a church with a set script. We like to build our own scenes. We believe in a free and responsible search for truth and meaning, in self-determination, and we have a great appreciation of skepticism. These traits can protect us from rigid dogmatism, from the pressure to assimilate at the expense of our own authentic enlightenment, from fear disguised as fact. But when we're not careful, it can also cause us to be judgmental, isolated, or convinced that our personal answers to life's biggest and smallest questions are better than everyone else's. It's easy enough to say that we stand for those positive things and not for the negative ones, but it takes some uncomfortable self-assessment to identify and address those negative qualities in ourselves, or worse, acknowledge that we hurt someone by exhibiting them. But trust is a big part of what we do, and we can't build trust without compassionate accountability. And with something so personal and vulnerable as religion, it can be difficult to express our beliefs authentically or to take the words of those who think differently than you in good faith. As your director of music, I'd venture to say that I know the vulnerabilities in this room perhaps more than most. Over the past 4 years, I've talked with some of you who are uncomfortable with God language in hymns, and others of you who feel othered when it's frequently removed or avoided. Some who feel empowered by music that addresses our negative emotions, and others who feel discouraged. I know several of you who love Blue Boat Home. I know some of you who hate Blue Boat Home. The UU experiment of religious pluralism is a beautiful one. It inspires growth and change in unique and meaningful ways. And while we're often eager to hold it up and show it off as a core value, we sometimes fail to acknowledge how difficult it is. Religious pluralism is about letting a multitude of beliefs and perspectives exist wholly and authentically together. Sometimes, however, we take it to mean that we need to generalize our language to complete agreeability, forgetting that the only language capable of doing that is language which says nothing. I love improv because different characters and seemingly incongruous ideas can build common space and create something unique. At its best, that's also why I love UUism. It is the church of yes and. There's something beautiful about diving headfirst into the words of Jesus, Muhammad, the Buddha, MLK Jr., and Carl Sagan with equal vigor, and recognize that they're all essentially asking the same questions, just from different perspectives. There's another shared reason why I love both improv and church community. Both are at their best when everyone is contributing enthusiastically and supporting each other. When we're all listening compassionately and focusing on each other and our shared goals, rather than just our individual ones. When we have the bravery to step up and take the lead, the humility to step aside and support the ideas of another, and the discernment to know which action the moment calls for. And when we develop a shared vision and shared trust, it becomes a lot easier to step out of our comfort zones, to start building something not knowing exactly what the finished product will look like, and to support your collaborators, trusting that they will be there when you need it. You are not the audience in this place. You are the actors. This is our show. We together drive the change of our characters and our relationship, and all of us have a part in the production that we take from this place and show the world. Now we just need to decide what that show will look like. Amen, Ashe, may it be so, yes and. All right, I've got one more wrinkle for you. I just spent 15 minutes talking about how you're the show, and now you're gonna prove it. We are going to play a game. I will play, Andrew and Juliana will play, and anybody else who wants to play will play as well. I would love to see some people who do it despite any discomfort that they might have. This game is called Freeze Tag. What's gonna happen, we're gonna gather up here, those of us who are playing. Hopefully the choir mics will pick you up well enough. You can keep your microphones off just so we're not like creating a bunch of different sound for Zoom. Also, hello Zoom, I hope you've had fun as well. And what's going to happen, I need some folks to come up and join us for this game of freeze tag. What will happen is we will start off a scene. Andrew, can you pretend you're doing a scene with me? And we'll be doing some stuff, and we'll get into a pose, and then eventually Juliana will be like, that's such a fun pose, and she's going to clap and go.
Freeze!
And then she's going to come tap one of us on the shoulder and take that exact position and do a different scene based on the pose. So she's not going to take over the same scene. She's going to take it in a completely different direction. And then those of us on the side will watch that scene go for a little bit, and then we'll yell freeze and take that moment to create a new scene. So, without further ado, I need a suggestion for this first little scene to be based on. Let's get an object that you might find in your kitchen. A blender. Okay, we'll do our first scene based on a blender. Andrew, you and me start off.
Oh man, you getting that protein grind going?
It's just water.
It's just water. Oh man, that's
I know you're worried. You're worried about your cholesterol, and I don't know what things you're allergic to.
Oh, yeah, no, I really appreciate that. I can do water.
More cubes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just tell me what all the sprinkles. Just let me
Oh,
know.
wow, oh my gosh, that's the biggest sundae I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it has every type of ice cream. Okay, can I eat it now?
If you pay for it. It's gonna be $150. This is Disney World.
Oh. I have $5. So you want to come into my hollow den of knowledge?
Yes, that would be preferable, yes.
DeVry University doesn't accept everybody.
I understand, but I also studied at Oxford, so I hope you will let me.
Only Oxford.
Yes.
Pedantic. Not here.
What do you mean you're telling me that somehow God is not real?
Well, if you read the scripture of the book of me. Nice to meet you, Jehovah. You would notice that I said God isn't real. Maybe? Question mark.
Oh, we got free.
You've got a freeze.
What are you doing?
Well, come, child. It's called self-portraiture. Now I have a mirror in front of me to capture my face, and I'm drawing it here. You can see. Now you'll notice the picture. Some would say looks
Can you
better.
draw Taylor Swift?
No. Yes. You want to see my collection?
Freeze.
Oh, so you get into that same pose.
Oh.
Yep.
So, you asked, what did you ask him about? His portrait? Oh, I have this
Freeze.
portrait.
No, if you're gonna do the Statue of Liberty, your hand has to be up a little higher. It's a torch. Like you're pouring the fire on top of yourself, and that won't quite read. Yeah, so we gotta be like up like this. Yeah, that's not okay. Cool. All right, so here we go. Let's get an angle here.
Freeze.
Awesome.
Okay, so how long do I have to hold this pose? Because my feet are going numb.
Well, see, here's the thing. I just realized there's no film in this camera. So I know. Yeah.
You're kidding me.
I know. I'm so sorry. I know that was just a complete.
I need that money for that Minnie Mouse ears.
Here's the thing, this bump's a little tight. I'm sorry. How about I mow your lawn instead?
No.
Let's see. How about I bake you a pie?
I don't like pies.
Okay. How about I babysit for you?
I'm going to
Freeze.
Disney.
So I was thinking, since you are the professor of this class, the class of Taylor Swift, what fun facts do you have about Taylor Swift? I'm an eager student.
She married Travis Kelce.
Yeah, she did. I have another question.
What?
What's your favorite Taylor Swift album?
Freeze. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, but it'd be pretty cool, mister, if you slid
down that slide on your belly.
Okay.
And you're pretty cool.
That was amazing.
Oh, we got a freeze.
Whoa.
Did you really just do that?
Can't you see how wet I am? It's a water slide. Oh wait, sorry.
But you went with your clothes on.
Yeah, that was so
Freeze. Oh yeah. Both you switch in. Let's do two switches.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was just about to ask you the same thing. This cold stone ain't big enough for the two of us.
Well, I think we
You heard the showdown music. One of us has to die.
And scene. All right, give a round of applause for everyone who came up. Thank you for your bravery. Thank you for trying it out. Our worship will now continue.
As we gather each week in worship, in this celebration of life, we bring our whole selves to share with one another, our joys as well as our sorrows.
Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul.
This week, we lift up a lot of people in Gary, Indiana, who have been without power and household essentials for weeks. We would like to keep them in our thoughts and lift up our Midwestern neighbors as they seek justice and try to get their lives back to normal.
Comfort me, oh my soul.
We have a sorrow from Pfeiffer Brown, urging us to remember the family of Jason Arday, the black former professor at Cambridge University who recently took his own life. We have an anonymous joy here, expressing that they are thrilled with all the things we're trying in our service time each week, saying thanks to all the staff and worship team for mixing it all up. We have an anonymous sorrow, saying, I hold a lot of weight, pain, and grief in my heart today from struggles in my personal life. Hope can be hard. And we have two final cards, sort of together on a theme. An anonymous student of Kenwood reminding us that school starts in 22 and a half hours, otherwise known as tomorrow. And from Tony, celebrating that school is starting up for him and lamenting that school is starting up for him tomorrow. Trust me, y'all's teachers are anxious as well, but it's gonna be okay.
Comfort me, oh my soul. Sing with me. Sing with me. Sing with me. Sing with me, oh
lovers, haters, and everyone in between, please stand for our ascending hymn, number 1064 in the teal hymnal. That's 1064, Blue Boat Home.
I'll go one more.
Low below me I feel the motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean. Still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor nor port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions in the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the light of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, breathe the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor nor port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Please remain standing for our benediction. Grab a hand if you are comfortable. As we leave from this place today, let us not follow a set script, and let us not go it alone. Let us work together, let us build together, let us improvise. May we show respect to one another. May we be flexible. May we be good listeners. May we be brave, and may we feel trust in our fellow scene partners. Amen, Ashe, may it be so, yes and. Our service is now concluded. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank what happened. I was like, oh my god, that's so funny.
So we start choir Thursday?
Not this Thursday. First Thursday of September. An email's going out tomorrow. It's one of those things of sometimes when I send an email early, all the people who are really on top of their stuff are like, Adam, where's an email? And then if I post that early, then people are gonna be like, I forgot. Right. So oh yeah. So like I need to like